Yo, what's going on everybody? So in today's video I'm just going to be giving you guys my picks for the 2021 Supercross season and also Houston 1. I will not be talking about the 250 class because I believe there's not very many confirmed riders for each coast, so I don't know who's racing which coast and all that, but I think what we do know is that Faulkner is riding in the East, so he would probably be my early favorite for that because let's be real, he's the fastest dude in the 250s right now. No one's going to be able to beat him. Even though he did have that injury, he is the fastest guy in Supercross on the 250s. So Faulkner, my early prediction for whatever he's riding in. So yeah, let's just talk about the 450s now. I'm going to be talking about top 3 for Houston 1, top 3 in the point standings, and also my underdog of the year and also my flop of the year. Let's just start out with my flop of the year. I gotta go with Justin Barcia on the gas. There's so much hype around him because he's on a new bike, and from all the training videos, apparently everyone's saying he looks super comfortable and so fast. But you know, in every single training video, everyone looks goddamn fast. So I'm not on the hype train of Justin Barcia. But I can see him winning the opener because he always seems to come out of the gate strong the past few years. But I expect him to have a pretty mediocre or bad season. I'm not a believer in Justin Barcia. You know, maybe when I see him start winning more than one race or being consistent, then I will be on the hype train, I guess. But as of right now, Justin Barcia is the flop of the year, and I have him finishing probably like 7th in the points. I think that's a good spot to put him. So yeah, Justin Barcia, the flop of the year. Now let's get into my underdog pick for the year. I'm going with Dylan Ferendis. This might be kind of weird, but I don't think there's a lot of hype around him. Maybe because he's a rookie, but also because I think he broke his hand a few weeks ago. He did have a practice crash where he broke something. So I think he was off the bike for a tiny bit. So he probably will not be at 100% for Houston 1, or for a couple rounds at least. But he's so fast. The Frenchman is crafty. I know a lot of people dislike him because he's French and he takes everybody out. But you know, he's a good racer. He's a hard racer. He knows how to race smart, and I think he's gonna gel with that 450 man. Even though people seem to struggle on the Yamaha 450s when they move up to them. I feel like he's going to do really good this year. I don't know if he's going to beat Sexton just because of that hand injury, but I think if anywhere I'm going to put him, I'll put him 5th. I think 5th is a good spot to put him in the points. If he didn't have that injury, I'd have him finishing about 3rd place most likely. He's just, he's so fast, and I think he's going to turn a lot of heads this year. So look out for Dylan Ferendis. Yeah. Now let's get into the top 3 picks for Houston 1, which is tomorrow. There is about 10 riders that can win a race this season. You got Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Marvin Musquin, Ken Roczen, Zach Osborne, Jason Anderson, Justin Barcia, Chase Sexton, Adam Cianciarulo. Did I get Ferendis? I don't know if I did or not. But there's at least 10 riders that can win a race this year, so this class is absolutely stacked. Anybody can get 3rd. There's also Dean Wilson that can sneak in there. I don't think he's going to win a race, but he can sneak in the top 3. And Blake Baggett, I don't know if he's racing. I haven't heard anything about him, but if he's racing, he can win a race or get in the top 3. There's just so many guys that can compete this year, so it's anybody's ball game or anybody's game, in my opinion. Top 3, man, it's such a hard decision, but I guess in the number 3 spot, I think I'm going to go with Ken Roczen. You know, I think a lot of people this year are kind of underrating him. They don't think he's got that 2017 speed that he had, which I think he still can perform at that level. But yeah, he's just I feel like Kenny, he never has an amazing opener the past couple years anyways, but he never has a bad one. He's always right there, I think. He can win any night. He could potentially win the championship easily this year. But yeah, I don't see him really running into any problems. He might get a mediocre start, fight his way through the pack a little bit, and then settle into third because he won't be able to catch up to first and second, obviously. But yeah, Ken Roczen at third place. Now in second place, for me, this is between Cooper Webb and Eli Tomac. I think I'm going to have to put Eli Tomac in the second position just because I feel like he never comes lights out and never wins the opener. He's always kind of meh, or he's just good. He's never the best when it comes to racing at the opener. I suspect him to probably get a shit start, maybe like 12th or something, and just pass everybody, get to second. But and then he probably will not have enough time to get to first place. Tomac never seems to have that dog in him at the opener. He always seems to kind of play it safe, especially the last couple of years. Before, he would always kind of go balls to the wall, then he would crash out or do something retarded. So he's kind of toned it down now. He's more conservative. He's not always worried about dominating every single night. So he's definitely a much more smarter rider than he was a few years ago. But I do not have him finishing first because it's just the opener. I think he will definitely pick it up eventually. But as for Houston 1, I don't see him winning. But he obviously could, right? But I'm going to put him in second place. Now in first place, I'm putting Cooper Webb. I can't remember, but I feel like he missed the whole National Series, or most of it, if not, with an injury. But Cooper Webb is just Cooper Webb, man. He's an absolute dog. He's so goddamn fast. You can never count him out, especially on that KTM. He's just so good on that bike. I remember when he first, started racing on the KTM. No one really thought he was going to do anything. But it goes to show you that when you put in the work, you can easily get to the top if you put your mind to it, because obviously on that Yamaha that bike's just not very good in my opinion, for rookies anyway. And then he obviously wasn't putting in the work. He looked a little chunky, even though he kind of does look chunky now. But you can tell he's put in the work. He's got that speed. I don't think he's gonna lose that anytime soon. Cooper Webb, it doesn't matter where he seems to start. He always seems to find his way to the front. He's so consistent. He's like Ryan Dungey. And obviously, Cooper Webb seems to do very good in the later stages of the race, so I think that's where he will benefit. Also, he is a great starter, so I see him getting the whole shot and riding into the sunset, never looking back, probably pulling away a few seconds. And then, he is most likely going to win the opener, but I could see him having a bad opener just because of the injury he had in the offseason. I forget what it was, but I know it was something. But he probably will be ready. So yeah, Cooper Webb going to win Houston 1. Got to get used to saying that. I was going to say Anaheim 1, but he will leave Houston with the red plate going into round number 2. So let's just get my predictions for the entire season out of the way now. So my top 3... I believe this championship fight comes down to, again, Roczen, Webb, and also Tomac. You could slide a few other riders into there, but I think, again, those are the 3 main competitors. I was thinking about putting Musquin in there, but I haven't seen enough from him in the last little while to really think about it. But yeah, so this championship fight comes down between Webb, Roczen, and Tomac. And I don't think it's going to be Kenny's year again. I think he's going to adjust himself again. I'm going to put him in third place. I want to see him win the championship, but I think he missed his opportunity a few years ago when he got injured. He could still, if he wins the championship this year, I would not be surprised at all. But I think he's just going to miss out with having a couple bad races, or maybe he gets injured or something like that. Or health reasons, whatever. Maybe he gets COVID, hopefully not. But I see him struggling with one of those reasons. So yeah, Ken Roczen at third place. In second place, I'm going with Eli Tomac. This is a big, probably a big mess up here. Hot take, whatever, but I don't think he will win the championship again. This might be a dumb reason, but after looking at him in the outdoors, he definitely wasn't on his game. Maybe after the Supercross season, he just kind of wasn't as worried about winning championships and stuff. But then again, he won it 3 times in a row, so eventually he would lose, obviously. But I think he's going to have a couple of those weird Tomac-type races where he has a dumb crash, or maybe his bike has a malfunction because, Kawasaki's. Or he just gets those bad starts and he can't fight his way through the pack like he does sometimes. Usually he just plows through the pack, but then he does have those rides where he just gets stuck behind riders like that he shouldn't for just a couple laps, and it really hurts his race. But then again, if I could easily see him winning the championship, but I think he's going to lose it this year and lose that number 1 plate. So yeah, Tomac in the number 2 spot for the Supercross season. Now number 1, I'm going with Cooper Webb. I got so much hype with Cooper Webb after seeing him in his championship season and with last season after he had that gnarly crash in Texas, I think it was, where he landed on the concrete, and he came back the next week and was like the fastest dude out there. So Webb, I don't think injuries are going to hurt him at all. He seems to just fight through the pain. He's a tough guy, and he's just so goddamn fast. He doesn't care who's around him. He'll just move you out of the way. He's a smart rider. I think he's your champion for this year. I don't think that's a bad pick, but I don't think it's unreasonable or whatever. I think it's a pretty good pick. Then again, if Roczen, Tomac, or Webb do not win the championship, I wouldn't be surprised because there's so many talent in this class this year. But those are my picks for the 2021 Supercross season and for Houston 1. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.